Let's get in the management of Petronet LNG. Lots to talk about. We're joined by Mr. A.K. Balian, Managing Director and CEO of the company. Thanks so much for joining in. Government officials have indicated that you will finalize gas sourcing deal very shortly. Can you update us with that, the gas sourcing deal with Gazprom, and by when would the deal be signed and when will the gas start coming in?
Well, we are under negotiation with the Gazprom team. In fact, their marketing department is there is a separate wing which deals with the exports of gas. So we are in discussion with them. We have exchanged confidentiality document and other documentation also. The issue is that pricing, and number two, the scheduling as to when the gas will start. There are two important questions. To our understanding, the LNG that is presently being produced in USA is fully contracted mostly to the Japanese consumers from Sakhalin. There are some additional volumes perhaps may be available. So I think we feel that if the LNG has to come from existing fields, then it may not be up to 2.5 million ton. That's what we feel, and it cannot start immediately. So what our expectation is that we are trying to match with our requirement, and our requirement would start maybe somewhere around 2013, 14, 15, that period for the Kochi terminal. We are looking at Kochi terminal. We are also looking at our East Coast terminal, which might come somewhere around 2015. So we have time. We would negotiate as to when this could start exactly and match it, synchronize it with our capacity building. The other thing is the pricing. You said, pricing is a little long process, and we are in negotiation with them, and both the teams are engaging, and I think it will take some time to really arrive at, and we have time for negotiation with them.
So, Mr. Balian, what does this kind of growth mean for Petronet LNG? I mean, how many additional cargoes do you see importing for the spot market on a continuous basis over the medium to long term?
You see, we have 7.5 million ton long-term contract. This is with Qatar, and this gas comes at Dahej. And Dahej terminal has a 10 million ton capacity, and we have operated in the last quarters more than 100% capacity. That means we have operated more than 10 million ton per annum capacity. So this 7.5 to the 10 million ton plus capacity, we have been able to do it by taking short-term and spot cargoes, which were either procured by us or by other, our promoters or other users. So this has come on a short-term and a spot cargo basis. And if you see long-term, we would like to work on a long-term contract, which to bridge the gap. Maybe 80% of that we are targeting at long-term, and rest may be short-term and spot cargo basis.
Okay, looking at the current demand for imported gas, in the second half of the year, do you see importing upwards of 11 MTPA of LNG, or do you think that's too high a figure?
Well, there are a lot of variations, so it will be very difficult to give a number, exact number. But yes, we are seeing that the demand growth and the operation has been over 100%. We might be close to, maybe for short time, around 11 million ton capacity for short time. I'm not saying on an annualized basis, but yes, demand is going. And as I said, that up to 15, 16, there would be a huge gap. We are trying to match with this requirement by creating more capacities, more infrastructure in the country. And the first thing that is doing is the Kochi terminal, which is would be ready next year around this time, and that would add on 5 million ton capacity. And we are also looking at adding on more capacity on the East Coast. In fact, Petronet has taken a strategic decision about 8-10 months back, where we would like to double our capacity in 5 years' time.
So, Mr. Balian, how is the mix planning out in terms of importing patterns for LNG for self as well as third-party cargoes?
Well, I think that's again a trend where it may be just around 50-50, but it depends upon like like GAIL, IOC, BPCL, other GSPC. They all come to us that they have a cargo and they would like to bring it to our terminal. So we like to help them on that and try to reschedule our program. But it may be just about 50-50.
Just a final update, sir, on marketing margins and regasification margins. What's your belief? You think you will hold them at current levels, or is there a chance for improvement?
You see, as far as regasification concerned, it's very straightforward. We get a yearly increase of 5%, and that's fixed for the year. So that will continue for whatever gas we regasify and sell it. Margins is a thing which I think our internal, you can say, working. It is opportunity to opportunity. It depends upon what kind of requirement, what kind of cargo we can get, spot cargo we can get. So, but long term, 7.5 million ton is back to back. There is no margin on that. Margin comes only on the spot cargoes that are sourced, and it varies from where. I think we have fairly good margins on that. I couldn't really share the exact numbers on that.